This is hung up in my school. Be kind to one another. Yeah, I feel like we've seen this on more than just Agedlikemilk. Because, man, what age is worse than milk? Oh, me. It's aged like me. Charles Martinet says he wants to voice Mario until I drop dead. You want to know what? The reason that I'm still okay with this is because I'm sure he's getting a raise and a salary forever from Nintendo. I mean, come on. He doesn't have to do the voice anymore. He's always going to be our Mario. No disrespect to the people that replaced him, who, will probably be awesome, and I think already have replaced him in Super Mario Bros. Wonder or whatever it's called. But, this man deserves to live out the rest of his life, which I think is like 68 or something like that. He deserves to live the rest of his days just going to conventions, getting paid, and talking about how much he loves Mario and the craft that he has honed over the course of his whole life. Charles, we love you to death. We absolutely love you. And you know what I love personally? The new merch over at EmKayshop.com. Use code BOOBIN at checkout. The series that changed gaming forever. Note to PC gamers, no matter how much money your PC costs or how many pixels and frames it can push, it'll never be able to play Halo the Master Chief Collection. Wasn't it announced to come to PC the same time as Xbox? I mean, I thought it was. Maybe it wasn't, but I feel like I heard whisperings of it being on PC for a while. Like it wasn't just going to be on the Xbox One. I probably made that up, but what are you gonna do? I'm stupid. Ouya. Totally worth the money. Okay? I don't own this yet because it's not actually out, but there's this new game system coming out called the Ouya. It costs right at $100, and for $100, you get an Android-powered gaming system with a quad-core Tegra 3 processor, touchpad controller, really? Capable of producing decent graphics in full HD via HDMI out. Not to mention, since it's Android-powered, the operating system is completely open source and fully legal to hack and mod however the user sees fit. In other words, totally worth the money. I'm not gonna lie, as someone that loves collecting gaming memorabilia, I do wish I had bought this setup because, wow, it would be super funny to have a complete box set from the Ouya. But nah, this thing was bad, okay? Crobcat did a fantastic video summarizing the entire load of bullshit. Not a fan of their RE4 HD remake video, although I get what they're trying to say, but the Ouya video, oh my god, it's beautiful. I hope not. Are you the next J.K. Rowling? Are you the next Elon Musk? Man, the only parts of those people I would love to be is a billionaire, right? And why? Because having billions of dollars is the ability to have constant wealth, usually increasing going forward for a very long time, which I could actually use to solve actual goddamn problems, while also still being a selfish little brat who buys a bunch of toys and, social media sites and blah, 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 right? I can do all that. As a billionaire, you get to do all of that and have the ability to actually do things. Like, some homeless man asked me for food. How about this? I'm gonna buy you a house. Like, sure, what the f do I care? Guy joked about cutting his finger. Ended up cutting his finger 9 days later. Oh boy. Let's see. Wall of shame right above the table saw at my local woodworking craft school. I don't have those. I just cut my fingers off. Finally joined the 9.5 Fingers Club. Lost the whole fingernail part. Ooh! Oh, that's cool. The movie takes place in where is this? The continuation of James A. Whoever's epic novel, The Hawaiians. Oh shit. Oh, I see. Okay, right. Internet may be just a passing fad as millions give up on it. Well, I'm sure they did in the beginning for like an hour. I mean, people give up on so many things en masse, and it tends to end up becoming utterly goddamn huge. It's not always exponential growth until everyone on Earth is using it, There's always a little hump. Sorry, not a hump, a dip. There's always a dip, as far as I know. I don't know, I never went to school. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Alright, how many times do I have to tell her that we can't evolve past this form? I don't know. I don't even know what that means. Oh, here we go. For those not aware, Ursaring received an evolution in Legends Arceus, making this line no longer true. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Why does Steve Jobs think that FaceTime video calling will be great? Nobody wants video calls. iPhone 4 failed. Wow, 11 years ago. Not even 11 years ago anymore. The iPhone 4 came out June 2010. It's been over 13 years. Honestly, probably one of the most significant upgrades that the iPhone has had was the ability to not only take pictures, but spectacular pictures and video, as well as video calling, man. Hell, I watched Film Riot do a sketch where they shot it entirely on an iPhone 4. And to this day, one of the most mind-blowing things I've ever seen a YouTube channel do to show you how capable your phone really is. It's insane. Oh man, this is great. Yeah, why did he think it was gonna be the future? You know, we weren't also using Skype and video chatting with each other, you know? The next generation doesn't mean anything, right? It's what the current generation wants now. That's the future of the market, see? Stretching the definition of play with. Linus, do you want to play with our CPU-GPU combined water block? Oh, not good. I would imagine that you guys would know by now. I've been following LTT for like 5-6 years or something at this point. Probably longer now, actually. And it just sucked to see that they were so blasé about pretty crappy accusations. Not like the accusations themselves were crappy, just the content of said accusations was incredibly disappointing. You guys should look into it, but, you know, I'm not here to drama feed you. After uploading a video testing this, right, okay, we're gonna explain it. LTT auctioned this one-of-a-kind prototype off rather than giving it back to the small UK-based startup. They've since been called out by the PC community. Not just any PC community, Gamers Nexus, okay? And hey, they didn't just auction it off rather than give it back. They auctioned it off after being asked to give it back. It was a prototype, man. A top climate scientist is warning that climate change will wipe out all of humanity unless we stop using fossil fuels over the next 5 years. Well, bye. That's it. Thanks for showing me stuff like this. Not sure if this has been posted here before. Things we're bringing back in the 2020s. Flappers, Art Deco, impending economic devastation. The Charleston! Yeah. Did we have, what is it? I feel like so far in the last few years, there's been another rather large incident. Pretty widespread, dangerous. Yeah, I don't know. The assumption that people might get to choose surveillance of either their speech or location. Would you rather be marked with a tracking device so that the government always knows where you are, or with a microphone so that it always knows what you're saying? Okay, look, if we're playing the would you rather game, I'd rather be physically tracked everywhere I went. At least at first, right? Your opinions can change quite a bit. I haven't thought about all the ramifications of the government knowing where I am 24 hours a day. I haven't thought of that. However, you know, I don't need the government listening to me talk at all about anything. From how I felt about the last Medea movie that I watched to, well, I don't know, private matters about my medical history. I don't need them hearing that shit. It's none of their fucking business. Any more than knowing my location, by the way. But if I had to choose between two evils, I don't know, I feel like location is the lesser. Reagan meeting with Afghan, I'm not going to butcher that name, or word, excuse me, leaders in the Oval Office, 1983. Okay, all right. That one didn't age quite so well. Yes. He said Donald Trump was not going to be president, and would you look at that. He certainly legally could be called that, couldn't he? Saying that you're making a comeback after your loss of focus and redeem your downfall only to use an AI for your channel. Wait, what happened here? Gotta make a comeback now. See you guys in a few months. Thank you for the feedback. 100% agree with the stuff that you're saying here. Too many things at the time, blah, blah, blah. Quebblecop. I have not heard that name in so goddamn long. What happened, though? What do you mean used an AI? What's going on? Oh my god. Sorry, I had to look up Quebblecop really quick. That's a name I hadn't heard in a while, and I wanted to check up on him, and narrator. Patrick Ewing was not, in fact, the right choice. The only right choice is Ewing. It is Ewing, right? They need to keep JT2, happy. He's the source of all their donations. Also, Danny Hurley is probably the whiniest coach I have ever seen. He acts like a 13-year-old who doesn't get what he wants. I don't know what this is about. How the mighty have fallen. I know, I'm sorry, everyone. Grand Theft Auto Vice City 10th Anniversary Edition. Once again, Rockstar fails to fail. Yeah? Federer given cake by tournament celebrating 311 weeks at number 1, for which he had to win the tournament. He lost and ended his career with 310 weeks. Man, what the hell, dude? Oh, you jinxed it. Ruble kinda collapsed since... Wait, what? The best performing currency in 2022. Russian ruble. I'm a goddamn idiot. Oh, wait. Yeah, ruble. I think you spelled it wrong. Never mind. Plus 28.6%. British pound down 18 and the euro down 14. The sanctions work. Joe Biden. Holy shit. Kim.com is still around. So many amateur geopolitical experts who were so sure that Russia wouldn't invade, backing up China to take Taiwan. You're delusional. And so are the people thinking Russia's going to invade anything. Come back to this comment in some time and nothing will have been invaded. Hey, I'm back. Chamberlain be like, Jenna Ryan served 60 days in a minimum security prison for participating in the Capitol riot. Definitely not going to jail. Sorry I have blonde hair, white skin, and a great job, a great future, and I'm not going to jail. Sorry to rain on your hater parade. I did nothing wrong. Oopsie poopsie whoopsie. I love that. Sorry I have blonde hair and white skin. Whether or not you were joking there, did you seriously say, I'm not going to jail, I'm white? Really? Early seatbelt design from the 1960s. Oh, man. Did that ever actually release into production cars? There's no way, right? Because I'm pretty sure that Volvo, I thought it was them because they're always the safety guys, came up with the 3-point belt going across the chest from the shoulder. I thought they invented that long before any alternatives were hitting the road, like ones that decapitate you in a crash. It only took less than 1 hour to age like milk. Know this. Canada has absolutely zero jurisdiction over how we manage our funds here at Give, Send, Go. All funds for every campaign on Give, Send, Go flow directly into the recipients of those campaigns, not least of which is the Freedom Convoy campaign. Ooh, not quite. Here we go. We flew 1,300 miles to watch Lionesses smash Spain in their own backyard, says England fans descending on... I don't follow stuff like this, so I don't get it personally. Jacob Chapman was wrong. Lady Gaga was supposed to be our standard of monolithic godlike pop stardom, but she isn't. Taylor Swift is our Lady Gaga. Heresy. She's the new Katy Perry, and we all won't give a crap again in 2 years. Look, the only thing I can absolutely not agree on is that Lady Gaga is somehow not... I don't know, a godlike pop stardom? Star? Not stardom, she is not a stardom. Well, actually, who knows? I don't know. Lady Gaga is pretty f***ing sick, okay? Mrs. Germanata is amazing, all right? I don't really have anything to say on Taylor Swift because I've never really listened to anything that she's done, so I don't know. But I'm all about the Gaga, you know what I'm saying? Site gets shut down a month later. All right, what do we have here? Brick Hill is not shutting down, but is temporarily reducing services until ownership legal issues are sorted. Users who are worried about the future can get full refunds on purchases made during or after April 26th. Site's down, though. What is this? What's Brick Hill? I don't know what that is. Mike got blindsided. Oh, you know what? I watched this movie again last night because I watched it for the first time a while ago, and I had some new insights on that movie seeing it again. I don't know. Yeah, I feel really bad for the guy that so much money was taken from him directly, or he alleges, I guess. I really can't wait to see how all this unfolds, but I'd trust him. I would absolutely trust what he's saying right now. You know, does that mean I'm going to get all up in arms against the Tuohys myself? No, but I'm saying I don't know why he would lie. I don't feel like he'd have a reason. But anyway, the only thing I know for sure is that Sandra Bullock did a great job in the movie, okay? Michael Orr has filed a lawsuit against the Tuohy family for essentially tricking him into signing a conservatorship under the guise of adoption papers. The Tuohys have made millions off of Michael and his story, while Michael has received nothing. Yeah, that movie that was made about his life, his story, using his likeness, his name, everything. He didn't make shit of it, apparently, and that's goddamn crazy. I would hope that's not true, but I don't know how I would believe that. I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sign in Leningrad, 1981, 8 years before the fall of the Berlin Wall. Reads, communism will prevail. I'm sure they thought it was going to. I mean, half the characters featured in this video have in fact been adapted since it was uploaded. Wait, what is this? Top 10 DC characters that are nearly impossible to adapt. That is a weird thumbnail. I don't like it. The series was canceled. Can't wait to see the next episode of Super Smash Adventure. All right, don't know what that is. It could have been so good. For those who are saying Star Wars is the biggest movie ever and breaking all records, wait for really? This one? Okay, sure. Some people get their wish earlier than expected. This app has officially ran out of things to talk about. We urgently need another ship to get stuck in the Suez Canal. Suez? Kanye's kid versus Drake's kid. Wow. So we're just on children now? That's what we're doing? Oh no, the drawing done by a child was not up to my standards? Your standards being a comparison to another child? Okay. Damn it! Just watch The Blind Side. Awesome movie. You idiot! You moron! Well, I guess they're going to have to go somewhere else then. State Supreme Court rules against proposed Maui campground. Wait, what? Okay. What do we need to know? Oh, perfect. There's a little area for that. The Hawaii Land Use Commission ruled that Humoana Foundation could not use the special permit process to authorize an overnight camp for commercial recreational campers on Class B land. Okay. The property previously used for sugarcane cultivation is owned by, not going to mess up any names or words, land company, and has leased to Humoana, which plans to develop an overnight campground for homeless and commercial campers with an agricultural field for possible future camp use. All right, my finger's not on the pulse of anything anymore, I swear. This early 1920s British Craven A ashtray advertised the cigarettes as being designed to prevent sore throats. What? Man, they could get away with just about anything back then, dude. What in the world? 1920 through 1950, it was open f***ing season for advertising, man. They didn't have to prove shit. Oh yeah, our cigarettes give you abs and make your feet small, and your breath smell nice. They might turn your eyes into diamonds and let you lay golden eggs. Yeah, that's right. Our cigarettes make your shit gold. Like, did they ever have to provide any evidence for anything? The New York Times cartoon on India and ISRO, Elite Space Club, India's Mars mission, and India. Again, I don't know. The American Dream. I am the American Dream. Oh, the American Dream got seriously screwed with. Scammed and exploited by her own father for over a decade, lost custody of her kids, lost custody of herself. Permanently mentally damaged, multiple divorces, hundreds of millions of dollars lost. Not the American Dream. Totally the American Dream. She was right. Yeah, Daddy was a bitch. Still is, still absolutely is. And it sucks that just no recompense can ever come to somebody in a situation like this. No real redemption. I mean, for her, she can have redemption for herself, no doubt in my mind, and I hope she's doing so much better. But what I mean is, hey, so your dad stole how much money from you? Any way that they can be punished for that or anything like that? No? Oh, okay. Well, bye-bye then. Have a good one. Predictions of 2023 in 1923 by Dr. Steinmetz. Okay? Steinmetz says 2023 will make 1923 primitive. Electricity is given as transformer. Okay, in Schenectady, New York, Dr. Charles P. Steinmetz, the electrical wizard, known the world over, believes that at the rate we're traveling, the world is making gigantic strides by leaps and bounds. And that the time is coming when there will be no long back-breaking drudgery, and people will not toil not more than 4 hours a day. Yay. That will be the work of electricity, he says, and the rest of time we will be able to follow our natural bent. 1923 to be primitive in 2023. The wizard visualizes an amazing transformation in 2023. When another century has rolled into history, people will be amazed at our helplessness in our struggle for advancement, more so than we are looking back on the almost primitive days when the steamboat made its first appearance on the Hudson River. We'll have spotless nation. Palls of smoke will no longer hang over cities. Streets will be free of refuse. People will be healthier in the centers of population, and every city will be a spotless town. That is to be the work of electricity as well. Man, people back then had such high hopes for us. And look what a couple thousand people did to make sure that something like this never came to fruition. A lyric from Travis Scott's 2018 song, Stargazing. And it ain't a mosh pit if it ain't no injuries? Wow, that's cute. It is Folkfest 2023, and the line has not opened yet. It hasn't been clear about when it will. All right, let's see here. In 2021, you'll be able to take blah, blah, blah to blah, blah, blah. The Valley line starts operating December 2020. I don't get it. I haven't gotten quite a bit of these this time around, and I think I'm stupid. Just a few minutes ago, a 6.0 magnitude earthquake struck. I felt it. The news station I'm watching felt it. At least neither building fell apart. Wait, what? Oh. Luckily, Hurricane Hillary is most likely dissipating before it hits land, so hopefully it doesn't cause an earthquake this time. Everything this guy was in aged like milk. Yeah, that was dude. That was not on my bingo card for the decade, let me tell you. 2 months after that comment, the YouTuber called Bentelect was accused of asking OnlyFans girls to participate in a supposed podcast which does not exist. He threatened to sue the OnlyFans girls after they posted proof of his texts. I love that you can sue somebody for proving something or for telling the truth. Isn't that weird? Any reason at all. Any reason at all you want. Sure, go ahead. Ben, you're the man. You're such a sweetheart, dude. I love you so much. This Facebook tag group. The what group? All right, we need a new plague. Admin me, you coward. Oh yeah, it is September 30th, 2019. Thanks, guys. Saw this at a library. Hey, bud, what about ebooks? Reading on any e-reader is a chore. The technology will doubtless improve, but it's still more than a generation away. I don't know why people keep thinking that electronic stuff like that is going to be more than a generation away. No, dude, if people are interested, it's exponential as shit. We're gonna have it in pocket form for affordable amounts of money in like 2 hours. Okay? Business. Why downloads won't kill the DVD? They did not kill the DVD. They didn't. Offers 6 reasons why internet downloads will not replace the DVD anytime soon. And they haven't. Sure, they've absolutely axed the crap out of physical media. They certainly have. But the last time I checked on it, physical media still does $2 billion a year in revenue, which is microscopic in comparison to what streaming services are raking in on a monthly basis. However, it's not dead. And as someone who's always a huge proponent, that's a word, isn't it? I'm just a huge supporter of physical media. I'm not ever going to consider physical media dead. Whether it's a DVD, an old VHS tape, Blu-ray, 4K, Laserdisc, I don't give a shit. I will always do my duty. I will do my best to collect and physically keep the things that companies are now trying to make sure we don't ever get to own in any way, shape, or form. How did you name your Cyclops? I named mine Yellow Sub based on the Beatles' song Yellow Submarine. Titan, based on the moon of Saturn. I've also named my prawn Mars and my Seamoth Mercury. That sucks. I just happened to name in my game version of the... I can't read. I just happened to name my in-game version of the OceanGate submarine Titan, the same submarine that imploded a while ago. The Subnautica submarine is actually based on OceanGates. Is it, though? Because that one right there? Because I don't think is that true? I thought the OceanGate one was made, with duct tape and crazy glue. Huh? And first of all, if that yellow sub is the one you're talking about, sure as shit was not based on that. No way. This quote by Nicole Kidman. Oh no, is it about movies? I'm addicted to Tom. He's my drug. I adore him. Right. Yeah. Found on an old Linus Tech Tips post where an anonymous ex-employee highlighted the toxic work environment. Yes. Yeah, I think we know who this is now. Working at LMG might be I don't know. But this all reads like a disgruntled employee with limited actual knowledge. Given that lots of people have worked at LMG for years and years, the idea that the place is a completely toxic hellhole doesn't hold water. You're complaining that writers are expected to produce one episode a week? Okay, that's what they're hired to do? I feel like it's more than that, but those episodes, that's a lot of writing to do, man. For what's their starting salary? Doesn't matter. Might there be specific issues? Maybe. But the idea that this is bad just because is absurd. Just because. Lots of people don't understand the lower mainland labor market either. Costs are extremely high and wages are low. This is partially due to the fact that people will voluntarily move there and compete for jobs. It's also possibly due to incredibly rich people destroying the f***ing world. It's the nicest weather in Canada. This has an effect. Remote work sucks, especially in a creative environment with teamwork. This is completely justified for LMG. Additionally, so many people come at this issue from a perspective of US labor law. Canadians absolutely do not work at will. There are statutory rules around severance, etc. Sometimes people aren't a good fit for a workplace. It doesn't have to be a conspiracy. Look, I get what you're saying. I totally understand. But with everything that's come forward, I hope that you've looked at the situation and gone, maybe it's okay to take some things seriously. The person wasn't saying that you should suddenly start hating LTT and start thinking that ghosts were in the walls trying to eat children at their offices. But maybe you should, take a step back and go, okay, maybe this isn't all sunshine and goddamn rainbows. It is a company. They need to make money. Just because it is a company that operates on YouTube does not make it any less of an actual corporation. That's what LTT is. They are a company. They're a pretty big one now at that, all things considered. Dungeons and Dragons bad. Oh boy, here we go. I'm obsessed with Dungeons and Dragons. Fucking nerd. Fucking loser. Boo! Jerry Springer was basically faked reality TV, but the point isn't that the guy played D&D, but that he was obsessed with it. If your hobby gets to the point where it constantly interferes with your work, family, and social life, then it's an issue. Yeah, then it is a problem. You can be addicted to so many things. An obsession, in its own way, is an addiction, and it certainly can be. It might be easier to break out of than things like alcoholism and stuff like that, obviously, but it can be difficult, man. And just because on its own D&D's not a bad thing inherently, it's just a goddamn game. If it's ruining aspects of your life and getting in the way of your relationships, happiness, your ability to make money and support yourself, then yeah, it's become a problem.